takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Boise State's offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Sims. He's got his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. At the 35, he's got room. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team. We're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Looking for the edge on the jet sweep. Pirouettes away from the defense. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
I love jet sweeps because they put so much pressure on defenses with their eye discipline. It's really hard for these linebackers and DBs and defensive ends to locate a really fast receiver, cutting across the formation so quickly, getting the handoff. And you see that time, he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
Running back searching for a hole. Plows through the defense. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that.
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They're about to run a plays on this drive. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to turn the corner on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contained. Keep those ends outside and wide in the pocket. And put a spy on it. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast and has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off in situations like this.
Encroachment, defense.
The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground. There's not much to lose this close to the end zone.
Okay, ready?
And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it to the house.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep beating him the football. He shows you all of his ability in that team.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Penny. They've got the screen set up. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
They'll give it to him again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when the guy's going to make a catch, make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone. Here with a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He'll try it again. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make the big game.
Quarterback checking off. They'll leave it with him. Keeps away. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking when they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
At the 40, there we go. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The give to the lone running back.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Sims. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pick up a 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. On the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 79 yards on the drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. A first down for the offense. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second.
On the dump.
Back to throw, it's Penny. Quarterback floating away from pressure. At the 35, he's loose. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Davis. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route run. He's beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. He'll do it himself. Got room at the 35.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that.
He is knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. Perfect few times where they're going to stand by the QB run. Going to let it happen there.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Quarterback now breaking the field. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on 3rd down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some design QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Devin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Here's the give off the left side. Still running at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He now has 111 yards on the ground and just another day at the office for the National League changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Might as well give it to him again. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rips it in for a score. Touchdown, Broncos.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw, it's Penny. Flips it out in the flat. At the 40, there he goes. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn up.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D quarterback.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
You see those guys get off the football so fast because these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast. The offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without...
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Still on his feet at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the six. Get the pick six.
Got the back over the middle. He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. The aerial assault continues. Throwing right. Got him downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Ready up.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he takes it in for a score.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. College fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Dropping back, it's Penny. They're setting up the screen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Boise to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy. But
touchdown, TCU! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And that's why this offense loves these design quarterback runs. They're just trying to scheme a way to allow this guy to get into the second level. Because they know if he gets there, he can make people miss. He can hurt the Jets, and he's gone.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 13 over Jacksonville State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running to the left. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jumpers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
He's off to the races. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Broncos! And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver, design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive, and they can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's 2 thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation, backed up, close to their own end zone.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. He's got an open man. That is exactly... Or when you talk explosive plays, the defense finally able to make the stop. And the Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. And off from the shotgun.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. Great backs, not good backs, not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways to get on the perimeter, and more importantly,
oh my goodness, he's still moving. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game, offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. 1st down for this offense.
Let's go.
They'll go to the ground. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Now on 2nd down. Trying to turn the corner on the right. At the 35, he's open. Can anyone catch him? And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge, like they do, great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what he's doing, this makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles. Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Broncos pick up the 1st down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, this offense can get after you a variety of ways in the running game. One of the ways wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
Fast motion from the offense. The receiver on the jet sweep. Hits the spin cycle. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I love when you run this play because it forces the defense to react. Do you want to spin a safety down? Somebody better keep contained. Very hard to defend the jet sweep. It's a very good play, especially when you got somebody with speed taking that handoff.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Ready, go!
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, 3rd down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
On 3rd down, going up top. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this team.
Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of...
And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They go to the ground. Touchdown Broncos! And the beatdown has ensued. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to Painter. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Navy is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on the coaches show this week? They're trailing by 18 to Notre Dame. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air, it's Penny. Got his man quickly. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Using his feet to buy time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's awesome. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short game.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. Instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Looking downfield, it's Penny. He makes a catch. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Here we go.
Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Gets it out quickly. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He wants to throw it. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
And they'll try to tack on 2.
Let's go!
The snap sets up to throw. Steps away to find some room. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Now the pitch. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I can't wait.
27, first down. Give to the running back.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The option look. The pitch. Smashes through. Just dismissing tackles. Touchdown, Boise State. And the route is called. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. These guys looking to go. On this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come. And this defense has put the game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast.
Oh, look out! And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They're going to throw it again. Feeling some heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. After misfiring, it's second down. Looking downfield, it's Penny. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Sixth play of the drive coming up. On second down, looking again to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he intercepts it. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan,